There's one part of the words of the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that they killed him not, nor they crucified him. That's against the foundation of the Christianity. Either they are Catholics or Protestants or whoever they are. These words of the Quran is contradicting all the Christian denomination, all the Christian religions. Because the base of their religion is crucifixion. They're not believing what the Prophet Jesus said, that if you want to have a salvation, to save yourself from hellfire and go in paradise in your next life, then you have to follow the commandments of God. See, they doesn't want to follow the commandments of God, so they fabricated another belief that all our sins are paid by Jesus Christ. They can do all the sins, and they are just imagining that these all sins are going to be paid by the blood of Jesus Christ. And that is totally against the New Testament, and it is against the Old Testament. The Old Testament very clearly said that the soul that sinneth shall die. Sino yung kaluluwa ng gawa ng kasalanan? Siya yung mamatay. Siya yung may parusa. And it's also very clear in the New Testament, and it's as the prophet Jesus said that your salvation is to follow the commandments of God. Ligtas yung sumunod sa utos ng Diyos. And that's what also the Quran said, that no person will share the burden of another person. No one is going to no one is going to carry the burden of other person. Same thing in the New Testament, same thing in the Old Testament, and the same thing in the Quran. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى لَا يُكَلِّفُ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِلَّا وُسْعَهَا وَلَيْسَ الْإِنسَانَ إِلَّا مَا سَعَىٰ. The man will not receive except what you work for. Whatever you do good, Allah will give you good, and if you do evil, Allah will give you evil in the next life. So it is against the logic, it is against the Quran, this belief that somebody has to pay for your sin, somebody has to die for your sin, and you will not be punished. No. That's against the logic, that's against the human intelligence, that's against the human laws. There is no court in the world will accept this kind of belief that you do sin and somebody else pay for your sin. You did wrong and somebody else pay your punishment for your wrong. It's against the Quran, and it's against the New Testament, and it's against the Old Testament. Now this is very important for us to understand, then share our knowledge with the brothers and sisters or in Christianity. We tell them that you are believing wrong about your prophet. Our prophet is our prophet. You believe in God, but he's not God. He's not son of God, but he's the prophet of God. He's a human being. What is going on tonight in all the churches around? They bring down the Jesus from the cross. Baba sa pako na yun, sa gabi na ito. Lagay nila sa kabaong hanggang umaga balik sa cross. So now sino yung pako kay Jesus na yun? Yung mga Kristiyano, sila nang magpako kay Jesus na yun. The Christians are going to crucify Jesus tomorrow morning again. They bring him down from the crosses now. They put in the casket, and tomorrow morning they'll put in the cross again. Who is crucifying Jesus Christ now? Are the Christians. Why? Because they need a shortcut. They need a shortcut. They don't want to follow the commandments of God, so they just believe a shortcut. Jesus can give us salvation. No. Only God can give us salvation. Even there are some Muslims who have this kind of beliefs. The Hindus have the same kind of beliefs. There are many people in the world, they want to get a shortcut. They are lazy, they are hard-headed, they don't like to follow the commandments of God, so they will appoint someone for their salvation. But it is not the way. Yourself is only entitled to get salvation. Only yourself. Even the Prophet Muhammad, he used to tell to his daughters and his aunties, I can do nothing for you. Do yourself something. Do yourself something. I cannot do anything for you. He used to tell to his daughters and to his aunties that you have to do something in this life to get the salvation, to get saved from the hellfire and to go in paradise. Jesus cannot save his own mother. Prophet Ibrahim, his father, died as a disbeliever, idol worshipper, and on the day of judgment, the Prophet Ibrahim cannot save his father. Prophet Noah in the Quran and in the Bible also, the Prophet Noah was not able to save his own son. He was punished by Allah when he was a disbeliever. And these are the examples here. There is no one can give you salvation except our Creator, Allah. It is very wrong belief that people go to the church and they believe that they confession to priest and the priest will forgive them. No. Only God can forgive you, and only God can forgive us, and only God can give us the salvation. Let's lift us. You lift us galing sa Diyos lamang. So Prophet Jesus was not crucified. That's what we read in the Quran. Hindi siya napako. Hindi siya napako at hindi siya namamatay. He was not killed. Hindi siya na pinatay sa kanya. Hindi siya pinatay sa kanya at hindi rin siya pako sa kanya. That's what the Quran said. They killed him not, nor they crucified him. And that can destroy, eliminate the main foundation of Christianity. Because the Paul said, if the Jesus was not crucified, then all our efforts are in vain. We are in doom. We are destroyed because their foundation is belief in crucifixion. Atonement. That we are somebody has to pay for our sin. We are sinners and Jesus died for our sin. So example, if somebody say that somebody can become Christian, then they are saying that you are free to license. You have a license to do anything. You can kill, you can do any sin, any crime. You are forgiven. Jesus already paid for your sin. There was a man, he questioned the pastor during the debate, and he asked to the pastor, can you write it down to me that whatever I do in my life is all forgiven? The pastor said, yes. If you become Christian, I can write for you, your all sins are forgiven. And after that, this man said, okay, I will become Christian now. And after that, can I kill you? Can I just kill you because you said my all sins are forgiven? And the pastor said, no, sorry, I changed my word. Not everything is forgiven. Something is not forgiven. So he changed his words. He said, no, if you murder me, you are not forgiven. So what is this? It's a joke. If you say the law of the Philippines is no sin, no crime, the people will do crime. You cannot go outside your homes. These people will wait for you and they will kill you. The women cannot go outside the house. They will be raped by the people because no sin. Walang kasalanan. So police will not catch you because you can say no. In this country, no sin, no crimes. Everything is free. So imagine if this Christian belief will be the part of the Philippine law. It will be chaos. It will destroy the country. Because this is not the law teaching by the Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Jesus, not the Prophet Ibrahim, not the Prophet Moses. They never teach this kind of law that everything is forgiven. They always warn people, if you do wrong, God will punish you. And if you do wrong, if you do right, then God will bless you. That's what the Prophet Jesus told to the people. He never said that you have a license to do sin. Do anything you like. No, he never said it. It is a blasphemy. It is a lie against, accusation against Jesus that he teach to the people wrong teaching. So that's one of the things which I want to share tonight. The other topic is about, I was sharing something very strange, that we were learned that if you can keep the dollar, then you are saved, your money is saved, and you are not going to devalue. And just now I made some research and I found it. The dollar versus the gold, and that is the Zionist. That is the one the Dajjal is working on. They want to control all the money with our paper money. So we are being bankrupt every day. The people are become bankrupt every day. For example, the gold for last 20 years, it was devalued. The dollar was devalued 680%. 680%. For example, the currency in Pakistan. The currency in Pakistan was in 2005, the 1 gram of gold in Pakistan was 900 rupees. 900 rupees. Today, the gold in Pakistan is 30,000 rupees. How many percent? 3,000% devalued the currency of Pakistan. The dollar devalued for 700%. You lost 700%. So you are being fooled by the people, by the Zionists, by the Dajjal, to taking you money from your money. You don't know. Your wallet was never open, but your money was stolen. You are being inflated every day of your life. So what is the best thing for my suggestion? And I was talking this since last 20 years. Since 2009, not 20 years, but like 16 years. Since last 16 years, I have been telling to people, if you want to keep money, keep the money in the gold. your money will never devalue. Your money will be protected. And now many people are realizing what I was saying to them 16 years ago, they can see with their eyes. This year, the last 1 year, the gold devalued for the dollar devalued for 40%. 40% devalued. There are currency, they become 100% devalued against the gold in 1 year, last 1 year. The gold today is $106,000 per kilo, $106,000 per kilo. But last year, the dollar was only $66,000 per kilo. In 1 year, $40,000 was increased. In 1 year ago, 1 kilo of gold was $66,000, and today the dollar become $106,000. The gold become $106,000 per kilo. So imagine the people are, the greatest fool in the world today are the people who keep their money in the bank. They keep the money in the bank and they get only 10% maximum, maybe 4%, 5%, 6%, 8%. But the money they're holding, the paper, is become devalued 40%. And they get from the bank only 6%. So still they lost 34% of their money in 1 year. And it is a very strange knowledge. The people who understand it, they are replying to me and they are saying it's shocked. One of the secretary, I shared with him and he said, wow, he was shocked that 40% was money, the dollar was devalued in 1 year. 40% value of dollar was devalued in 1 year, means you keep it $100,000 1 year ago, you have only $60,000 against the gold. 40% of your wealth was gone in 1 year. So that is a very good suggestion. It is the humanitarian suggestion. Anybody in the world who can receive my message, you want to save something for your family, for the future, don't keep in any currency, not in dollar, not in silver, not in rupees, not in peso, but in gold. Buy the gold, keep the gold. There are many countries, even in the Philippines, the HSBC Bank, they keep the gold for you. You buy the gold from them, they keep the gold in the world, and they can keep it for you. In many countries, there is a gold account where you can buy the gold and keep it in the bank, and you can sell it anytime you like. So that was very important that it's really a big concern today. If the wars will start, the dollar is today is $106,000 per kilo. The gold today is $106,000 per kilo. If the wars will come, it might become $1 million per kilo. You cannot say that. You cannot deny this. It's possible. It's possible because 1972 dollar was $20 per ounce, and after a few years it becomes $40 per ounce. When there was a revolution in Iran, the dollar become 400, the gold become $400 per ounce. Can you imagine this? 20 to become $40 gold in within 1 or 2 years, and after 6 to 7 years in 1979, the gold was 40, and after 5 to 6 years, 7 years, it becomes $400 per ounce. Unimaginable. In 7 years, it becomes 1,000% increase of the gold price. So in case if the Middle East will start a World War III, your whole money is going to lose. All your peso, rupees, dollar is going to become useless. What is important is to have to keep the gold. That is good for our families, for our children, for the future of our children. To keep the gold. The gold is going to save our wealth. Or else this paper will be only good for tissue paper. You can use it just for tissue paper or for other purposes, but you cannot buy anything with this money anymore. The time is coming soon. So protect our money, our wealth, for our families, for our children, for the future of our children with the gold or the silver and not with the paper. May Allah guide us. May Allah forgive us. Okay, this is a sectarian question by Ustad. Sino mas una yung Brelvi or Debandi? The Brelvi and Debandi, this is the two groups in subcontinent in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh only, and not in other countries. In subcontinent, which used to be one country before the British occupation, and these three countries, they have two schools of thought, which are the part of the school of thought of Hanafi Mazhab. They belongs to Hanafi Mazhab, and these two thoughts Brelwi and Debunking, both are the Hanafis, and both are coming from one madrasa. The founder of Brelwi Mazhab is Ahmad Raza Khan Brelwi, and the founder of Debunking Mazhab is Mahmudul Hasan Debunking, and both of them were a student of one teacher, Qasim Nanatawi, who was the founder of these two sects. But we don't need to consider this. We don't need to stick with this kind of ideas, Sunni, Shia, Deobandi, Brelwi, Hanafi, Shafi'i, Malki, Hanbali, Salafiya, Ashariya, Ahlul Hadith, Ahlul Quran. No. We don't need to follow all this. We have only the names which Allah gave us. The Prophet Muhammad said, don't call yourself with any name except which Allah has given you. Muslimin, Mu'minin, Ibadullah. So these three names are very much enough for us to call ourselves Muslimin, Mu'minin, Ibadullah. What the Prophet, ano sabi ni Prophet Muhammad, huwag na kayo ng bigay ng pangalan maliban sa ano bigay ng Allah sa inyo. Ano pangalan bigay ng Allah? Muslimin, yung mga tao na sumunod sa utos ng tagapaglikha. Mu'minin, yung mga tao na may pananampalataya. At yung Ibadullah, yung mga tao na alipin ng Allah, yung mga alipin ng Allah. So yan ang pangalan. So Deobandi, Brelwi, Hanafi, Shafi'i, Malki, Hanbali, Sunni, Shia, Salafi, Ash'ari, Ahlul Hadith, Ahlul Quran, hindi na kailangan yan. Tayo Muslim, tayo Mu'minin, pananampalataya, at tayo ng Ibadullah. Tayo lahat ng alipin ng Allah. We are all the believers, Mu'minin, we are all the Muslimin who follow the commandments of Allah, and we are all the Ibadullah, we are the slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do you say if somebody borrow your money like 10K and after 1 year he pay back 10K? Also, but the value of money last year and this year is not equal. Is it considered as riba? I like this question very much. This is by the Nuruddin Makapundak. This is a very good question. It's a very good question, and I researched about this question. If I give somebody 10,000 and he returned me 10,000 after 1 year, but it is not 10,000, it's not the same value. And it is correct. Because money to money should be same. If you give more, it's riba. If you get less, it's also riba. So that's very, very valid question. It's very good question. And that's how to save it. So what is the solution? And before the solution, I will give you one knowledge. One of the friends from Australia, he said when the Australian government, they lend the money to the student for the student loan, they write down the inflation that time. What is the value of the Australian dollar compared to US dollar? They put it the value. And they have a computer system. After 3 or 4 years, when the student pay back, they will see it. If it is the Australian dollar was stronger, they will adjust the money, the loan. If the Australian was weakened, they will still adjust the loan. So they call it the inflation correction. They will correct the inflation. So they will not overcharge you. They will still get the same money in that way because they will deduct the inflation or they will add the appreciation. So that is the way that they can, they are doing it in Australia. My solution is a solution. If you really loan someone, then loan him gold or the value of the gold. Okay, what is the value of the gold today? Okay, today I am giving you loan. Example, you loan someone 100 gram of gold. And the 100 gram of gold today is 600,000 pesos. If you loan someone 600,000 pesos, after 1 year or after 6 months, you check the money, the gold value, and you collect from him what is the gold value today. So that is the way you can get equal. You will not overcharge, you will not get less. You will have a, or example, you get less and you say, I forgive you the whatever you have to pay me. I just give it to you. But it is also doubtful because Prophet said money to money should be same. So that is only the way you can lend the money according to gold value and you get back the money according to the gold value. But today we are in very big mess today. Even if you are selling the goods and if they give you the 1 month check, you are not getting the same amount anymore. Either you get more or either you get less. If you are in strong currency, you are getting more. If you are in a weak currency, you are getting back the less. So we are already involved in riba every day. So this question is very powerful question. The solution that go to the outside the cities area, live without money. Have your goats and sheep and cows and goats, the buffaloes, and agriculture things, and then don't deal in money anymore. So you will not deal in riba, because riba is making the war with Allah and His Christian. The only solution is not to use the money. Encash your all money in the agriculture, in the farming, in the animals, and live with this. Never need to use any money at all. That is only the way you can save from yourself in riba in this modern world today. May Allah guide us, amin. And may Allah protect us, amin. Si Jesus Christ, hindi siya pako sa cross. Ibang tao. Katulad lang. Okay? So, meron na mga doctrine, mga theory that Joseph from Cyrus was crucified. Siya yung buhat ng cross. Another doctrine, si Judas, dahil siya yung traitor kay Jesus Christ, so yung mukha ng Judas, maging mukhang Jesus. So siya yung holy, siya yung mamatay sa cross. So there are different theories about the Gospel of Barnabas, Injil of Barnabas, is mentioned about Judas. Yung mukha ng Jesus, Judas maging parang mukha ng Jesus, at siya yung holy, at siya yung pako. Kaya yung may complaint siya pako, yung tao na, Ilahi, lama sabaktani. Diyos ko, bakit mo ako pabayaan? Okay? My God, why do forsaken me? And that is the greatest evidence that Jesus was not crucified, because the person on the cross was complaining God. So pwede ba si Jesus Christ complain kay Diyos? Hindi pwede. So that's very befitting that Judah, the disciple of Jesus Christ, who betrayed him, that he was on the cross and he was complaining, Ilahi, lema sabaktani, which is like Arabic, Diyos ko, bakit mo ko pinabayan? My God, why do forsaken me? Why you leave me alone? So that's complaint. When you say that God leaves you, and you don't trust God, it means you are making complaint to God. It's like a disbelief. So Jesus Christ can never do this, for sure. And also I was saying last few days that Jesus Christ went to the Garden of Gethsemane, he fell on his face, and he prayed to God, please pass the cup if it is your will. And he said his prayer was answered. So God answered his prayer and promised him not to be crucified. Is si Jesus po ba kapareho ni Samson, pinanganak ng walang ama at may ina? No, the Samson is a fabricated story. And Jesus Christ is a true story that he was born without father but with a mother. Yung Jesus Christ na may walang ama at may ina lang, yan totoong story. Yung Samson, loko-loko lang. Samson is comics. Comics. Okay, fantasy. Hindi yan totoo. Samson is story. The person who was born through mother and without father is only Jesus Christ. Wala na ibang tao. No other person was able to do in this world. Only one person who was born through mother and without father. But there is another person, mas mataas in creation. Si Adam. No father, no mother. Walang ama, walang ina, si Adam. So siya yung mas mataas na sa creation dahil wala siyang tatay, wala siyang nanay, si Adam. Si Jesus mayroong nanay, walang tatay.